Live. You on, Quinn?
Hey, welcome back to another issue of Nerd Flow. Um, don't know what issue we on. You just gonna keep it funky. We got to revamp some stuff. So this week in this issue, we got Doctor Strange coming out this week. We're gonna talk about the last episode of Moonlight that was, let's just say, top tier to
Phenomenal.
say the least. Uh, we're going to discuss some other random news that like just has been out because it's been so much going on. So we gonna kick this off with because I think now Doctor Strange will take less time because nobody's seen it. So we'll talk about Doctor Strange first and what we expect to see and y'all theories. So I'm gonna hand it off to Doctor Strange Guru who's been riding this train since 2022. Tank
well,
riding all the damn spoilers and everything, getting ignored the chat
see,
because
look,
we don't want to hear that.
well, when you go down the rabbit hole of trying to see what's everybody talking about, like what spoilers they've seen, but exactly what do they expect, who they expect to see, and I was just browsing and I just fell upon some spoilers. I mean, it's not nothing we've not talked about, but I'm not going to say for which ones we've talked about. But we have mentioned them like a couple of times on the podcast. So it's not nothing we don't know that we don't already know. But it was a picture of some sort, and I'm going to leave it at that.
So I did like finally because y'all know I don't have cable. I just fire stick stuff all the time. So I was watching ESPN on the app today, and I finally saw Doctor Strange. And just so happened, me and my coworker, because we was just talking about basketball because it was a slow day today, and he was like, "Hey, you just seen that commercial? That was Professor X in the yellow chair." I was like, "So?" And he was like, "You not excited?" I was just like, "No," because I know Marvel. It's possible it's the yellow chair, and if it's the yellow chair and I see it, it'll be dope. But they could be just doing that just to mess with us. They had a whole Hulk running across in Avengers Inc. In one of the Avengers movie, and next thing we know, we see Mark Ruffalo in the damn Hulk monster.
Then,
It was a fact.
Not Civil War, Infinity War.
In Infinity War, yeah, we
Yeah,
saw a whole damn Hulk running. We was like, "Oh shit, hopefully Testament has up." He in a whole damn robe.
but we done seen enough of that chair. Like even there's just the backdrop of just shadows are behind them. You can see the chair. This is definitely how they gonna bring the rest of the titles from that they acquire
Fox.
from
From
Fox. This
Fox.
is definitely going. We've been speculating for a minute how they was gonna do it. This is definitely. I mean, this the big shot. This is the chance for them to do it and for it to make sense story
Exactly.
wise. So I think it'll be like the two universes, the universe with them from Fox and this universe will collide and intertwine and just he won't be able to fully repair it. It'll just be people from each universe coinciding in the same new mega universe.
And this is like the perfect time for Wanda to actually go full out like Scarlet Witch and say the epic line no more humans, which could like boomerang into all the mutants. No more
If
mutants,
she's
all the
if she
mutants.
say that, well, she wouldn't say no more because they don't. They can't. Well, they couldn't say the
They
word
couldn't say
mutant.
it then. Now they can.
But it wouldn't make sense for her to say it now because she's never said it. They like the mutants don't exist in their universe.
But since if we're gonna have multiple Wandas, that means one Wanda is gonna come from that universe. Just like
I
we
ain't think
gonna
of
have
that.
multiple strangers.
I ain't think of
Right.
that. I ain't think of that.
So I'm just thinking, what I'm saying, this if you got a strange from one universe and a strange from one universe, one of them strangers got to go, and one of the wonders got to go.
Mm.
Yep. It's gonna be
So,
at least. I saw they kind of like dropped the ball on the merchandise and Hot Topic. It's like this Doctor Strange shirt is like 5 different strangers on it.
Oh, it all they
but
always tell it. They always tell the
but
story,
Merch
boy.
gon' merch gon' let you know in a heartbeat.
Yep.
but one thing is for sure. I definitely in the future would like to see a resurrection of the Phoenix and Wanda.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Cause it's too big of a what if, no pun intended, question. Like if they fought each other, who would win?
They
So
gonna
I
break
mean,
the
Most
damn
definitely.
universe if anything.
Right.
Who would win?
Wanda.
I'm giving it to the Phoenix. I'm
The
sorry.
Phoenix will beat Wanda.
Jean is too fragile to me.
She's not fighting. That's the thing. When she's the Phoenix, she's not Jean. The Phoenix is an entity. It's not Jean. Just Jean is just the current host. Is when she fighting as the Phoenix, she's the Phoenix. She's not Jean. And
Yeah.
I
But
just, I
but as a
it,
host though, it's like I don't know, the host got to be strong too. And Jean was never really strong to me.
Jean was always held back because of Professor Xavier. Too, he put barriers in her, like Naruto, like had seals. He was putting seals in her.
I mean, because
Uh,
they always Professor Xavier put them berries in her because he had seen
he
at an
was
early
scared.
age she was gonna make a she was gonna make a level of evil. But um yeah,
I,
man, I'm gonna try to go see it this weekend if I can. I
We
don't know what.
already know that mean you ain't gonna get hit. You say that
so
about
I'm gonna go
every
see.
movie. I'm gonna
I ain't
get
gonna.
it right.
I ain't gonna be the one that be like, "Oh, I ain't see it this time." For the next show, I'm gonna be ready.
Yeah,
I'm
be
going
with
to see
us.
this one.
I can see, but I thought you was gonna be first in line for Batman because you said that's your favorite superhero. When you ain't see, I was like, oh
I
damn.
had an old date,
Oh,
so I had to wait.
you had to find your
Ooh.
little stank. You had to get your little
Had
stank.
to get old stinking.
All right, so
Oh, hold up, because while we talking about movies, and I know I was the one right before the show started that was like we be getting off rail. But did y'all know? I just found this out yesterday. The part to what the sequel of Django was supposed to be.
What?
It is the wildest fucking crossover I ever heard. It's supposed to be Django and fucking Zorro, bro,
What?
working together. Yes, working together to like free a town or some shit from slavery.
What the fuck?
Zorro.
What the fuck?
Django and Zorro, yeah. And even I didn't know, in the movie he was when he first was meeting Calvin Candy, and he was at the bar smoking a cigar, and the dude came up to him and asked him his name, and he said his name, and he spelled it, and the dude was like,
Oh.
he smirked and said, "I know how to spell it." You know why that was? Because there's a TV show back in the day called Django, and that dude was the original Django,
Mm.
Oh wow.
and that's why he kind of smirked and was like, "I know how to spell it," and he put his hat on, and walked off because he was the original Django.
I was
Oh wow.
on we since we going down the rabbit hole and shit. I was on TikTok today and I forgot about this episode of Family Matters and where Richie and the little G walked in and Richie introduced him to Carl and he was like, "You're right, he do look like the uncle from Fresh Prince." And then he started laughing and then Uncle Phil actually walked through the door and caught him off
Uh-huh.
guard. He saw oh what if Reginald Bell Johnson. So I laughed at him, just like, "What you doing here on my show?"
I
I'm
remember
gonna have
that
to, I'm
episode.
gonna have to check that out.
I remember this how old that I'm showing my age. I remember when that episode was like a new episode.
Oh,
Ain't that
TGI
crazy?
Friday.
Oh my gosh.
That was an
That's crazy.
NBC ABC crossover.
That was a good show that day.
Speaking of fat, I'm not gonna do it. We gotta stay on track.
Alright. So we're gonna move on to Square Enix, which usually when we're talking about Square Enix, we're talking about them in the fashion that we fucking hate them because of how slow they are. But they have released a lot of their sub studios, and they're out there either gonna be independent or up for grants to be smashed up. Now, from my understanding, I don't think Microsoft can buy another gaming studio
You don't think they can? Why not?
They
because
got sued or some
they,
shit. Like they was trying to monopolize pretty much.
yeah, they were violating SEC. They on the
Oh
verge
yeah, yeah,
of
yeah. That's right. That's right. I heard about that. I heard about
violating
that.
SEC
Yep.
laws because the way they were buying up studios, it was just like you cannot monopolize the gaming system. I mean,
Gaming
this
industry.
gaming
We know y'all
industry.
Yeah,
games
yeah, yeah. I
suck.
remember that.
So it's up. So either because Ubisoft is for sale, PlayStation can buy Ubisoft. I know Microsoft like, damn,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Ubisoft
yeah,
up for
yeah.
sale. That's a big. I
yeah, they
think a
up for
lot of these
sale.
people will be independent. I mean, I think that's what a lot of these smaller studios
Now
are trying to get
Ubisoft,
independent.
if Ubisoft was smart, I ain't gonna buy them companies from that just got dropped from Square Enix and redo
Ubisoft, I
my
don't think they got the money to be throwing weight around like that to be buying. They got
well
money, but I don't think they
that's
can
probably
be
why they
pushing
trying
their
to
weight
sell.
around.
That's probably why they getting sold now. I mean, because who else can buy them if we want to be honest? Like WB Games for sale. EA don't. Let's just be honest. Only thing keeping EA afloat right now is Madden and Apex.
No, FIFA. Don't forget about
Yeah,
Oh
FIFA.
yeah.
FIFA.
Oh no. Can't never forget about FIFA.
Don't they? Are they the ones? Is EA over Gran Torino or one of the racing games? I
Gran
can't remember.
Turismo?
Yeah,
Gran
Turismo.
No,
Turismo.
no, they
No,
not.
They don't have a racing game.
they
Need for
used
Speed.
to.
No,
Yeah,
never mind.
But
but
the Need for Speed franchise is solid though.
The movie.
It is solid. It is solid.
I don't know. I stopped watching the Need for Speed movies.
No, that's you talking about Fast and the Furious.
Fast and Furious. What am I getting everything confused
I
right
don't
now?
know. No, Need for
What's
Speed.
wrong?
Need for Speed is literally that's an EA. That's their street racing franchise, and it's like tried and true, like street
I
I
racing.
remember.
haven't watched a Fast and Furious movie probably since I've never seen the one when the last one. Matter of fact, the one before Paul died was bef-
That was the last one I seen. The
last.
one before. And I heard in the new one they supposed to be using his brother, like as him, like not as like you doing back shots and stuff like they did in the movie right after he died. You know, RP to Paul Walker, but like they actually supposed to be using his brother, and I feel like it's weird for like everybody to be, oh, we're a family. You know, the cast is the family. Then let that character die. Like y'all laid him to rest. Y'all gave him a send off. Let him be gone. If you want to bring, his brother into it, bring his brother into it a different way. But I
Like in
feel
a
like you
different
should,
character.
yeah, like, but honor
Hmm.
him, honor his death, and leave that alone. That's
And
weird.
they switched over directors too.
Somebody left because
Probably.
they got in a fight with Vin Diesel.
That was the director.
I was a director. Okay.
He left, and
It's like
one
it's
of
a
the
lot of drama. They
it's
don't like the
very
Rock. The
yeah.
Rich
Rock
was
and
crying.
Vin
You know how that alpha male type thing go down on the
Ty-
set.
Like I
Tyrese
said,
was mad that the Rock was
Yeah.
I'm
made
like
that
4 movies
joke.
late on this. I ain't watched none of these
I
movies.
haven't seen the last three, Two.
No, the one when they were on the I didn't see the whole movie. I kind of like I guess it's the ending of it when they were on a plane. They were trying to get on like an aircraft carrier, and just me being in the Air Force, I'm like, yo, this fucking runway is entirely too long. There's no runway on Earth that lasts for fucking 30 minutes,
It-
bro.
it-
I
that
haven't.
was a long one.
See, I don't even remember seeing that.
That was with Gal Gadot. I remember that, and she
I
died on that one. I
Yeah,
remember
I
that.
didn't.
I was.
That's how I remember that one.
I haven't seen that one either. Then
They were on a runway for like 20 minutes of the movie. Like,
last thing one I remember. I think it started off. There was in Mexico somewhere racing, and like Paul showed up, and him and Dom got into it because he was supposed to be. No, they when they first found Lady again.
when she was brainwashed.
Yeah,
Um,
that's the one I
man,
saw.
that's is that the same one I'm talking about?
I think
'Cause
that's the
I
last
remember
one I
that one.
saw,
I don't know.
and I didn't even
Oh,
see the whole movie because it was just like I'm kind of like tired of this franchise, like Saw. Like I just stopped watching
Oh
Saw.
yeah, Saw was
they
that
said the
was
last one was pretty good with
Saw.
shit out my yeah with Chris Rock when he was like the
Chris Rock was in there.
I heard that was the worst
yeah.
one.
I
You
heard
know,
it was the guy I worked with said it was good.
Well, everybody
you
got
have to go by your
opinions.
own. Yeah, you
Man,
have to go by your own opinion
Maybe
on
it
that one.
was. I don't know. It
And
just
then
after three, I was
he
done.
said Chris Rock.
Was
it's
he?
just like
Never mind. Let me
some
stop.
movies, like that last Michael Myers movie. The last few Michael Myers movies have been trash.
It's only
You
so
know what I'm
much you
saying?
can do with a guy with a mask killing people. I mean, you know,
And
they can introduce a new mask character.
but you know,
Yeah.
I'm just like
Yeah. Let's
it's
talk. Let's
it's
talk
like
about that. How many entries is too long? I feel like after three, you should just count it. Just cut it.
The
depends.
trilogy
Like
is the
Well, okay. Harry Potter. I watched Sorcerer's Stone. I
Young, I
think
finally got him to watch
I
Harry
think
Potter.
tonight I'm gonna try to tackle the second one.
all right, so
Star
Harry
Wars,
Potter,
man. I don't know.
Lord of the Rings, leave them alone. Star Wars, leave them out of it. Let's just
Okay,
go
all
ahead and
right.
keep it like this.
Let's leave them out of it. Okay.
Yeah,
Because those have an anthology. Well, let's put it this way: Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter has an anthology of books
Right.
right,
yeah.
to coincide with the stories.
right.
The
And
Nightmare on Elm Street, as many as they did with Robert England, they want to do another one and bring Robert England back, but I feel like he's just too old. But makeup is a wonder. We saw a young Luke Skywalker. So hey, if
makeup
I
and
can get original
CGI.
Freddy back,
Yeah, motherfucker.
if I can get
You know
original Freddy,
New Nightmare was one of my favorite ones, and that was
yes,
when he was older,
yeah,
and
because it was so dark.
it was completely dark, and
But Freddy
it,
versus
it
Jason was just hilarious to me. That was just
yeah,
It was
that
a
was a
it
cash
was just
comedy.
a
grab.
comedy.
It was a cash grab.
Which
I
one?
think
Yeah,
I think that was around the
Freddy
time
versus Jason.
when they tried to do,
That was
the
bogus.
Freddy vs. Jason, the Alien vs. Predator. That was around that time, and it was like the versus was big back
Alien versus
then.
Predator wasn't bad though.
God damn.
Freddy
Yeah.
versus Jason though was hilarious.
Yeah.
But back to the question though, I feel like it depends on the type of movie. Like with a Star Wars, like their universe is so big, like you wouldn't necessarily. I feel like for like to focus on a character,
Mm-hmm.
it should be
Yeah, focus on
three
one
movies.
character.
Like
Three
if
in, you
it's
out of
about
there.
one, yeah, three
Because
and
if
you
you
out.
look at Star Wars, that's what they did. You got three on Anakin, three on Luke, and three on Rey.
Yep.
I mean, as
Oh
a
lord,
main character focus.
they ruined the fucking
Yeah,
third
I'm thinking. I'm
trilogy.
They
thinking
ruined. Yeah, they ruined Ray for real. For
because it's
real.
like after
Because the
four.
first one was so good, I was
It
just
was. It
But
was. Then
but you know what?
they switched directors, and that's what really did it. It turned it way upside down. They should have
That's
just
why they
stuck
brought J.J. Abrams back
that,
because
but it was too
It
late.
was wrong.
late.
That movie took place. The second movie took place on two places, on the ship and like when they were trying to pull that heist. Those were the only two places that movie took place in. It was that movie was garbage.
And
I
if you
remember
think
telling
about
you it
any
was
Star
garbage,
Wars
young.
movie,
So
huh?
I remember telling you it was trash, and you was kind of like being a Star Wars fan trying to defend it. You like, well, no, no. I was like, no, motherfucker, that
Huh?
shit
You
is.
serious?
Yes, you were trying to defend it when we went to the movies
I
to
don't
see
remember
it.
that.
We went to the movies to see it. And you weren't saying it was like a great movie, but you was like, you could see the build up, and I was like, no, it was garbage, sir.
so what kind of okay? So since we're not touching Harry
What
Potter, we're
blew me
not
about the
touching.
movie,
Go ahead.
what
I'm gonna just
destroyed
keep
the
going. I'm
movie
gonna just
for
keep
me,
going down this subject because I'm gonna see if I can catch y'all in the corner. Go ahead.
what destroyed that movie for me is when Leia dead used the Force in the middle of space,
Never
and
used the Force before in her life, and was like, fuck the vacuum of space. I'm a Skywalker. I'm walking on the
it's
sky,
just
literally.
So
that
so
blowing that
so
like
so okay. What type of story lines or arcs does it need to be to carry itself past three movies, like a Harry
So,
Potter or
like they
Lord of
said,
the
like Harry
Rings?
Potter's and Lord of the Rings work because they have like that story's been fleshed out with books already. So it's not like I think any franchise starting off as a movie, just with no novel background to it. I feel like it's three and out. I feel like it should be
three.
three and out per character. But if you already have a fleshed out background with a bunch of books, I feel like it's just up to the director and what they're gonna pull from the source material,
Source
and you can
material.
go just as long as the books go.
And I
I
mean, you can
feel.
actually like. I would love to see a franchise start off and grow with like. Say you start off writing a book, and you have this character grow after like over 12 books, and use that same character in the movies and watch that person grow, just like they did with Harry Potter. But you know what I'm saying? Because we actually watched them kids grow up
Right.
So what made say Saw like well with me Saw I think they kind of ran out of steam with their gimmick of
because they ran
the
ideas.
traps
You
and
can, yeah, you can only do so
Yeah.
much with serial killers. Like any serial killer movie, you can only do so much
yeah before it
with
starts
a
becoming
serial
comical
killer. Yeah,
or like okay
yeah, or just too repetitive. Like, bro, you used this trap 2 movies ago. The
yeah
fuck,
and then
you
like
got shit else?
with the Fast series it's kind of like okay
How long
one
can you race cars?
right we get it if you're
I
not like
mean,
a
they ain't
car
even racing
head
cars no more.
Like didn't it one of them like a motherfucker like slid a fucking missile across a
bro
sheet
What?
of ice?
but here's the
Yeah.
thing but here's the
With
thing
tanks.
What the fuck?
are we gonna watch John Wick 4?
Ooh.
I ain't
I
going to
am.
watch John Wick
See,
4.
Look,
I
here,
ain't going to
here's the
watch
I
thing.
John
got
Wick
y'all.
4.
Here's the
I got
thing.
Wait,
y'all.
wait,
Me,
I told you I was gonna
wait.
me and
get.
Angry had this
I
conversation
give you enough
yesterday.
rope so you can hang yourself. Go ahead. Y'all gonna watch that part four.
You
Come on, motherfucker. Me
because
watching John Wick 4.
I
I'm
literally
watching
asked this
John Wick
question
4.
because I tried to watch Bill and Ted Face the Music and I couldn't do it. I can't get past the first movie because I've seen Keanu Reeves be Constantine,
Yeah.
Neo, and John Wick. I can't see him, being a rocker surfing dude
You
no
can't.
more.
You can't. You can't. That magic is already captured. You can't recapture that magic. You
Can't
can't.
recapture
Yeah.
Bill and Ted
Yeah.
like
So
that.
Yeah. So he out there.
so I was just
I
like
couldn't even
then I
watch
thought
Keanu
about it.
Reeves playing this new Matrix. It was
But
cringe.
That's facts. That is facts.
It was so cringe.
It was.
And
I
I'm like,
felt.
you
I.
John Wick. But see, here's the thing. How do you act like that in John Wick? And you see him on the in real life, they doing things where he's training for John Wick and he's doing it, and you get in the Matrix and you act like that. What happened to all the John Wick training, Keanu? Like he was in that. It was
I
just whoever
mean,
directed the gun action. I'm like, they should have got John Wick, the director for John Wick, to direct that because them action scenes. That one when he was in that building, because he was like a video game creator or whatever. When they was in that building and the Smiths came or whatever, I was like, dog, what?
How fast do you want
Where's
a 50-year-old Keanu Reeves to move
well
though?
no, come on,
Like he
John
moving
Wick,
John
John
Wick.
Wick,
But how long ago was the last John Wick made?
like 3 or 4 years ago. He ain't just lost the sauce like that. I hope not.
40. I'm about to be 35 now. I know this shit I couldn't do when I was 30. You think somebody who was 45 can do the same shit
But
they can
but
do at 50?
but he was just it was just the way he was like loading the gun. He wasn't even doing no like
He wasn't a trained assassin in this game in this movie neither. You got
hey, he was
your character
okay.
relearning.
got to play the role that
If he's just
Hey,
him,
he was
okay.
relearning how to be.
yeah
If
He
he
was relearning
you
how to
can't
be me,
expect
I
him to be
guess.
John Wick. He was a video game designer. He don't know how to use guns.
come on, man.
And he has been
Not you
Neo for
capping for
20
him, and you don't
years.
even want to give 2-year Batman a pass.
0 year this
Uh,
0 year Neo. What do you mean?
All right.
He has
He's
been
like, I
Neo
don't
for
give a
20
damn if
years.
I don't
Come
give a damn
on.
if it's a second year Batman. It was trash.
Yeah. And he was stupid. He was stupid.
But no, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know. Yeah. But anyway, off of that. But so it's like we agreed to 3 movies
John Wick
outside
4
of.
is the last one.
Hey,
I
I
think
don't
after
think they can
4,
make
yeah,
it.
after 4, I'm done. After 4, I'm done.
I think after 4 it'll be like, all right now, John. God damn, that dog died 10 years ago. Calm the fuck down.
yeah,
Right,
see, that's
right.
what
You
my
can't
thing
be
is.
mad
I was
at
just
You
that
like,
dog.
you
Like,
had
nah.
3 dogs since then. You don't love that dog like you used
For
to.
real. For real.
You just
No,
angry now,
let
bro. You
him
need to go see a
rest,
fucking
bro.
therapist.
But yeah, I mean 3.
3, we'll say 3. If the franchise is solid, we'll give you a 4th one.
We'll give you
see,
a
but you
4.
got to think about it like this. And that's another thing to source material. The Tom Clancy universe, which I really found out that's the thing. I didn't know Tom Clancy has so many characters out there.
He does, but
And
I don't really. It's hit or miss with Tom Clancy
I,
with me.
Yeah.
but
But
I mean, with
his
comic books, I
catalog is
really
so vast. Let's give Tom Clancy his flowers. We talking about books, TV shows, video games,
gang.
Awesome game.
movies. Like
Those Splinter Cell
what
games when they
medium
first
of
came out.
huh?
I said those Splinter
Splinter
Cell
Cell.
games when they
That's what I'm
first
saying.
came out.
What
which
medium has
one?
he haven't
Which
dominated?
one was the one you could like fire a taser from like the building?
Siphon
Which one
Filter
was?
probably.
Yeah, it's
Either
like
that or Rainbow Six.
Yeah,
nah, more
Lion
like
Tom
a
Clancy all over, man, all over the globe. He got some shoes out. Fuck around, see some Tom Clancy
I'm
Jordans.
telling you. But
I'm
yeah,
gonna get
Tom
them hoes.
Clancy, man, what medium hasn't he dominated? Books,
You not,
movies.
yeah. We definitely should
but
be.
Who else has done? Who
like
else has done that? I'm talking about video games, movies, books, shows,
Nobody.
and has success in all of them. Nobody, huh? Tom Clancy,
I
God, dog.
take you making a pillow.
Like it's getting a little toasty in here. Pulling my
I got
blanket
the
back.
AC on 60, and it's 3 computers going plus all my mouths open. It's
Yeah.
It's a little toasty.
yeah, but yeah, that's crazy. Nobody else has done that.
Bro, that's kind of like blowing my mind right now. Like I'm thinking about like nobody came close.
Nope.
Nope, I can't think of it.
But
All
yeah,
right, so for
go ahead.
this
I
topic
guess you
3,
could say George Lucas.
George Lucas, but no, I don't know who owns the rights to Tom Clancy, but I want to get that to Disney though.
I mean, George.
And then
There
and
were
then
Star
and
Wars
then you can't really give him the
before
book. You
these.
can't give him the books part because we think we talking about books, novels. That's like heavy on Clancy's resume,
Well,
and
yeah,
it's not on. It's not on.
yeah,
Nobody's done that. That's crazy. This nigga,
yeah. I know he
all
wrote a
he gotta
book
do is
on
put out an album, and he just,
He there,
and,
goaded.
Oh yeah, I know Tom
and he
Clancy.
probably won an Emmy for audiobook. We never know, cause I think you can win
Yeah,
Emmys for audiobooks, if I'm
Yeah,
not
I know
lying.
Tom Clancy solved the murder
I mean
like
that
by accident.
detective.
Like
Jesus,
he really investigated it and helped solve a murder in his hometown.
just another
I,
check.
I
Check,
wouldn't I wouldn't put it past him. He probably helped deliver some babies too.
man. You
This
hear
nigga's
me?
a saint.
It's gonna be like the cure for AIDS has been found. Novel,
He said one of
novelist,
Tom
director,
Clancy books.
the secret to life.
No. Yeah, nobody's ever dominated that many forms of media for that long. And I don't want to say dominate like he was number one, but just consistency. If you
Yeah,
got listen, you got fans of Tom Clancy that just read the books, don't know nothing about the game.
I
You got
don't play the
Tom Clancy
game.
Yeah.
fans that just play the games, don't know nothing about the book. You got Tom Clancy fans that just love one movie or a few movies, don't know nothing about the games or the books. That's crazy, bro. When you think about it, that's
Hey,
fucking
that's another
crazy.
thing. And then you think about somebody like if Stephen King
I was just about
has
to
stuff
say
that
that
can
name.
transition over into games, then he would be in that realm too because
Right.
Stephen King has had TV shows, movies, and
Yep.
books.
Yep.
Just his stuff can't translate into. I ain't gonna say it can't, but I don't think it'll make a good game.
What you mean, Stephen King? So
Yeah,
so so Stephen King, it depends on what the story is. I think Stephen King could make a good survival horror game. I think he could.
true.
Or like a it's a game I'm playing on Game Pass right now.
Stephen King could probably do a good crap. What's the thing with the hammerhead?
I'm gonna tell
Um
y'all the name of this game. Go ahead, babe.
Oh, Silent
Silent
Hill.
Hill. Yeah. I
Silent
think
Hill,
yep.
yes. He
He
would
would
be
do a
let me
he
see.
would do a really good Silent
Let
Hill.
me look at my library. It's a game called Visage. And in this game, you play as first person and you walking around this house, so you can't go in the dark. If you go in the dark, your mental health deteriorates. So you got to stay in the light and you got to figure out clues. And you got to figure out clues about your family and all that. I feel like it's by this studio called Sad Square Studio. I feel like King could pull something off like that. It's called Visage. Check it out. And it's free on Game Pass if you got Game Pass.
Game.
Yeah, man. Let's move on and talk about Moonlight. Because I ain't gonna lie, I need to be getting sleep soon.
Okay, go
Okay,
ahead. What we got?
All right,
so
so
phenomenal episode. I've never been one to be like I got a favorite actor. Like I've never been one. I barely remember a lot of actors' names, but wasn't Oscar what?
Oscar Isaac.
It need to be Oscar because he deserved one. That man killed this episode, bro. Like just
Yeah.
not even just off the story was good. I like this story how it finally showed you. Spoiler alert if you haven't seen it, but how it shows you
I
who the
snap.
true character was, who the original was, and it just had a bunch of I like the bunch of the callbacks it had. Like how Steven had the fish. Now I'm wondering if what Steven was seeing in his apartment was real because Steven had a fish with one fin, but when they had the flashback of I can't I'm drawing a blank now. What's his name?
Mark.
The original Mark. When Mark they had the flashback of Mark when he was younger and his little brother drew a fish. Mark was like he drew a fish with one fin. So now I'm wondering if Steven's fish is real or how much of Steven's life is real and how much of it is just in his head. And I did just the whole showing the how Country been manipulating him from the start. Like pretty much Country was like, nigga, you either gonna do what I said, you gonna die.
Either get down or lay down.
Man, for real.
That's
For
basically what
real.
Country said.
But yeah, and then just
My thing is,
for
I
some
don't
reason I
think
like the
Country like to be
hippo.
a bad guy.
he's definitely not a good guy.
He's not. He's he's not a good guy, but you got to think about it.
He's like
His
me if I had
method.
superpowers.
He's an anti-hero because his method isn't the method you would want somebody. He's not a Professor X or a Combi or some damn body. Like his method is, yo, we gonna punish these fools. We gonna kill them, and we gonna make the world a better place by getting rid of these fools.
But when Batman beat up bad guys and put them in the hospital, y'all got a problem with it.
I ain't never had a problem with it.
Me either.
Country was just me if I had super. Y'all kids like y'all know I'm a superhero, but y'all would not let y'all kid wear angry black guy merch. He that motherfucker ripped the
I ain't gonna
dude's
even
head
lie.
off his shoulders and threw it at another motherfucker.
I mean, like let's just be honest. I would like to me what I could see Kanchu being is if he was what's his name's guy? Uh Will Smith,
Hancock,
Hancock's guy.
Hancock is the vessel of Khonshu. I think Hancock would try to fight him. Hey, but you know what's weird about the episode too? I like the design of the hippo goddess. It did. She didn't look cartoony. Like she didn't look just. She was a humanoid hippo. But like I feel like if they would have tried to plan to take over the boat, like I definitely feel like she would have fucked them up.
Yeah. But I thought
Hippos,
we were gonna get to see him. I think we gonna see him this episode, but I really thought we was gonna see Anubis, and I was gonna be crunk to see that.
we finna get ready and see a new the third personality because Steven gone. Like
That's what I'm waiting on.
he turns to so we're gonna see the cab driver guy. I think the
And
cab
we
driver took
and we
on him.
still don't know what type of guy he is because he just straight murdered people.
He's a street smart. He's street smart. He ain't no mercenary. He get it done in the streets.
But y'all know what? When they were going through the memories, that was sad, man. That was sad. See
But
how he
they
lost his brother, how his mama turned on him, how his daddy was trying to hold him down,
uh,
and they just pushed him away. And when his mama died, he didn't even go say bye to your mama. That's some hurt shit when you can't even really go say bye to your mama.
man, she beat that boy until he had to form another personality.
True.
Yeah,
You
I'm
know
just
how much
saying.
ass whooping
That's
that gotta be.
That's a lot of ass whooping.
that's
A
some
lot
trauma
of
for
fucking
your
ass
ass.
whooping.
I'm saying it's sad.
Get your ass whooped so much you need to. I need to make an imaginary ass that don't hurt.
Uh, 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 uh. For real.
Bro, that's terrible, bro. It was that backstory was terrible. And what was
Like,
weird,
what
like
was the
where were
backstory?
they?
My thing was like, was she waiting to his dad to leave to whoop his ass, or his dad is downstairs
He
like
knew what was going on.
he was supposed to be the mama rocking and crying with his son.
He knew what
Like,
was going on. His dad was a punk. Like
ain't
when he
no way
was,
I would let that happen to my kid. I
it'll
mean, he
just
fucked
be
up.
both. It'll just be us two for the birthday this year. Like yeah, I know
I'd
your
be like,
wife's
man.
grieving, man, but you know that he.
I mean, she was grieving too damn long.
Nah, I mean you can't put time on
I'm just talking
a
about you
child
sitting blaming
grieving.
this boy for all this. He was a child too. Like after a while, you have to realize it was an accident. He didn't try to do it. You couldn't continue to blame him.
Man,
But if
she
I was a
said that he
parent, I'd be
was
like,
jealous of the boy.
yeah. Like me personally, if I was married, and my son and his brother was out playing, and we lost a child, and all of a sudden his mama slapped in on the beating, you whoop his ass and whoop your ass. We all going to jail. Listen to
No, we just gone. She need help. She obviously needed help. Go find her some help, and you and your son, live y'all lives. But she definitely needed to be in a mental like somewhere, to just feel like you can. You beat your son into having two personalities. Like I know I was trying to
That's
make
a
a joke.
no, no,
I
but
know
no.
I was making a joke about it, but Jesus, like you beat your son ass so much, he legit had to make a personality that still loved you. Like, cause Steven adores his mama. Like she beat him so bad that like Steven is the complete opposite of Mark. Like Mark hates his mama. Steven adores that woman, and she beat that boy into that.
It's
Like,
funny because that's a real thing.
yeah,
I was watching some documentary on YouTube, a couple of them actually, where it's like people have like split personalities, and you can see it on camera when it come out. And one of the reasons why is because abused as a child, and you stuck in that, and sometimes they would show it on camera like the child will come out, and
Hey,
it'd be a multiple personality disorder, and
and
that's
it's
one of the
so
things
it's
abuse.
fascinating. Like they handwritings don't match. Like when you have like different personalities, the handwritings
Yep,
don't match.
they
It
dress
was a
different. It's
person.
crazy. Yep.
It was one person developed a personality. I kind of think I want to say I remember reading this some years ago, but developed a personality that spoke a language that the man did not
Didn't
speak.
even and didn't yeah, like how do you learn that? That's crazy, bro.
Like
I seen that one.
yeah, he just
That's
developed a personality that like spoke French, and he was from fucking Sugarwater, Mississippi.
right. Dog, this crazy, bro. I was like, what? And you seen it on camera, they
Yeah.
did a little twitch and I'm like, yep, I'm here now. I'm like, what the
They eyed like just everything about him
hell?
changing. It's crazy, bro.
But yeah. So I mean that's crazy that they added that in there because that's a real thing.
And he played them two roles. He played the shit out of them two roles, man.
Now, like getting to that, I done seen Eddie Murphy play a lot of multiple roles in one movie, and I think he's one of the best at it. I done seen Richard Pryor do it, but it's all in comedy.
Jamie
To do
Foxx
it in
did
a
it.
serious,
Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
Jamie Foxx did it, but to do it in a quasi serious role, even though it's a comic book show, like that emotion that he was portraying, like the the way you flip flop, like it took a long time to shoot that episode. You can't tell me it did.
There was a lot of green screen and standing in, and like you acting because you have to draw that emotion from yourself. Because even if you got like a stand in a green suit that that they pace you over or whatever later, um, they'll probably be reading the lines that Mark will be you playing Steven, and the stand in to be reading the lines as Mark, but they won't be giving you the same emotion that you just gave yourself when you were playing Mark. Like man,
They
I watched
used they I remember reading they used his brother in the scene.
really
So
that make it
that
even
could have
funny.
played, yeah, that could have played a part too
That
with
would
all
make
the
sense.
emotion and
Yeah,
everything. So because we don't know really their backstory on their own lives and
yeah.
trauma and stuff. So that could have possibly added to the flair.
True.
He,
All right. Well, we got the new episode coming out tomorrow.
I'm stand up to
I think it's the
3 o'clock.
last
Yes, sir.
episode of the season. That's the season finale tomorrow.
They're
Yep.
making it shorter, right? Like,
Yeah, it's only like 6 episodes.
yeah. No, I'm talking about this
Yeah.
episode. Excuse me, it's the shortest episode. I think it's like the rest of them been it ain't that much shorter. I think it's 45 minutes. The rest of them been like 50, 52, 53 minutes. But for some reason they're making this one 45, I think, which is weird.
It'd
It's
be
crazy.
budgeting when they do that type of stuff.
It's
Yeah.
crazy. Y'all think like people would think that like those few minutes wouldn't matter, but you can really tell the difference.
Like the last 2 minutes be like the crushing point. Like whatever happens in the last like 5 minutes, it really makes or break the whole
The episode.
season.
Yeah.
Okay, before I don't know how many more topics we got, but I saw this and I wanted to ask y'all. You can pick one comic book, cartoon, anime character that can lift Mirror besides Thor. Who would it be?
One Punch Man.
Tanjiro.
What happened with it? That is a terrible angle to be frozen, my cousin. I want to get his, and then I'm gonna tell you, man.
That's you stupid, dog. That's a terrible angle to be from. Hey,
Sorry, man.
that is a terrible angle to be from. Ooh, that's funny.
He got caught. He confessing something. Man, I ain't eat the
What
last pussy.
more do you want from me? I'm fighting for my life.
What do you? I'll get his when he come back. But mine's, and I think he's one of my favorite cartoon characters, Uncle Iroh from Avatar.
Mm.
Yeah.
He is such a good character. Like the vicious. Well, even when he was like helping his brother out, he still was low key not doing all the stuff his brother thought he
Wait,
was
wait,
doing.
wait.
But like,
You said who do you? Maybe I heard it wrong. Who can lift the millionaire
no,
bro?
a person you think is worthy. That's what
Worthy.
probably what I should.
Oh,
Yeah,
word. I gotta reconsider now. I don't know. I couldn't answer you on that one. That would take some. Cause A, I don't watch too much anime, and B,
it's so many. Like it's so many. You have to.
but I mean, for me watching Naruto, like how he just be training and learning stuff, I would think he would do. Like ultimately, that would be
I
like,
think Naruto would be able to live. I would
yeah,
agree.
you know what I mean? Because he's like triumphant. Everything he's like, I learned this. I
And
learned
everything
ninja.
he does is everything he does is pure hearted. Like
Yeah.
he
So
really want to protect everybody. He really want to
He
protect the league.
does.
yeah, he was the first one that came to mind when I rethought about the question. But yeah,
But I
but who
said
I
that because
think
I've been
can lift
watching.
it, One Punch Man.
Yeah, just I don't understand the arguments people have against about who can beat who in the argument. Like I don't think y'all get the concept of One Punch Man. Like
Like
the premise of his character is he can defeat anybody with one punch. If your character has ever died before, One Punch Man can kill him.
exactly, right? Like Goku. Nope.
One punch. They literally put in the first season, the dude that Saitama fought was a Saiyan, like their version of a Saiyan. He had spiky hair, he transformed, and he was an alien. And every time he got mad, he got stronger. They
Yeah.
were fighting, and at the end, the dude was like, "You weren't even trying, were you?" He just
Yep.
have his
Man, yeah. He's. See, I didn't see
limitless.
season 2. I only seen season 1. I think. Yeah,
Season two is it's not as
it's not as
much
good.
about. It's not as much about him, which I like. It's hilarious, but I feel like he got some of the best animation of any
They
cartoon.
were
Just the
saying
characters.
it was a controversy about the
It,
houses they were different. That did 1 and 2, right? Or am I tripping? I could be lying.
I don't know.
I could be lying.
But yeah, just the animation in it, like what's his name, Gino, the cyborg. He
Yeah,
is
the
one of
side.
the cleanest. He's one
Yes,
of the cleanest characters just in anime.
I agree.
Even when Saitama gets serious, like his serious look is all the characters look dope as fucking in One Punch Man. I don't think it gets the credit it deserves because it's the silliness of
Facts.
Saitama, but
But it's that gravitas of yeah. All right, so
but
we had a mishap. Young, he dropped out of the show, and I don't think he can come back. So I don't know.
he he was mad because Goku can't lift the hammer.
Probably. So Tink, Angry. Do you guys have anything else you want to cover or talk about?
No,
Yeah,
that's pretty much it. I'm pretty
no.
excited about the season finale of Moonlight tomorrow, and excited about Doctor Strange on
Oh
Thursday.
yeah.
So
Okay. So
we
Doctor
see
Strange.
it
Did
on
we talk
Thursday.
about that at the beginning, Doctor Strange?
We did.
Okay.
We did.
Well, I'm excited. So, um, Angry, you got anything for us? Anything that was on your heart that you? I know you had one thing that you didn't played or watched and had a burning question.
But
How's
I mean,
how's your post Elden Ring? Did you beat it already?
yeah, I beat it. I'm playing it because I want to platinum it. Like that's how good the game is to me.
And how we
But in
coming
order to
along with that?
platinum it, you got to beat it 3 different times.
Shit.
So you got to get 3 different endings. Like I think it got 7 endings that they done found, but
Mm,
it's 3 specific ones that you got to get. I haven't been playing as much. I've been busy with the whole store situation,
right.
but I haven't been just playing the game as much as I was at first. But
Same.
it's still a 10 out of 10 for me.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. I mean, when the hype was at its peak, I was all in it. Like as far as watching, I don't think I had the wherewithal to sit there and put in that much work because it's just so much. and my ADHD is just like I want to play Fortnite this day, then I gotta play Ghostwire Tokyo, and then I want to watch somebody stream, then I got a show, and then you know what I mean. So it's like, but every downtime chance I got, like even when I was at work, I have like a little iPad at my desk. Like I have the news on the big TV, so when you walk by, it's like, oh, he's super serious. But on his iPad, I'm watching somebody die in Elden Ring for sure.
It's
Did
definitely
you get a death counter going?
nah, I didn't.
If you had to speculate how many times you died, just give me a ballpark.
Man, 500. The chick, remember the chick I was telling y'all about, the Melania chick?
Yes.
First off, if you just go Google Melania Sword of Mikula, it's just gonna be a montage of people killing her. They say she's like one of the hardest bosses in any Souls game, just period.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I heard.
I know I lost to her. I know I lost to her 100 times.
Oof.
It probably won 100 times. I'm probably exaggerating, but it was. I'm probably not by that much. Like I would play against her a bunch of times, get mad. It's a farming method you can do to level up. I would go do. I literally did it for an hour one time. Like I set a timer on my phone and just farmed for an hour, leveled up, went back into the fight, and she still like. Because all you got to do is mess up one time and she'll kill
She
you.
on your ass.
So yeah, and then and some I seen videos of people dying with by the goats, just regular goats. They'll headbutt you sometimes. And dude got like caught. One head butted him and he was by a wall, and another one came and got him from the other side. So when he got up, the other one would headbutt him and he'd get on the ground, and when he get up, the other one would just and he had like a bunch of health, but they just kept. And then another one
Headbutting.
came and stood in front of him and didn't even headbutt him, just stood there so he couldn't roll out, and they would just wow,
He got
wow,
jumped by ghosts.
wow,
Hey, that's a horrible way
wow.
to die. You don't get
Yeah,
no XP for that type shit. They probably took
no.
XP from that dude.
Oh, when you die, you lose like you lose your XP. You can go back and get it, but like all the not your X, yeah, all the XP you use to level up when you die, you lose it, and you can go back to the spot you died at. It'll show it on the map. You can go back to the spot you died at, and you can get your they call them runes.
But
You can get those back.
don't the dung beetles sometimes run off with your runes? Or is that
No, they
different?
not in what's the other one? Bloodborne, like the enemy could take your level up stuff. I forgot what it's called in Bloodborne, but an enemy can take it, and you would have
Blood
to find
echoes.
that enemy and kill them. Yeah, your blood echoes, and you would have to kill them to get them back. But in this one, they just laying around. But if you die a second time before you go make it back to them, then they
You
gone
lose that
forever.
shit. So
Yeah,
that's
it's
a
over
nice
with.
segue. So I'm gonna tell you why I didn't get in the Elden Ring because I'm gonna buy the collector's edition, right? But the reason why I didn't get into the Elden Ring is because I was playing Bloodborne and Sekiro. I beat the horse boss on Sekiro, and I put it down, and I picked up Bloodborne, and I got far. I got to the first boss in Bloodborne, and he whooped my ass, and I was like, up until that point, I've been playing the game, no strategy guide, no nothing. I said, you know what? Let me watch a speed run or whatever. Let me just see what I'd have to go through. And when I see what that guy did, what he had to beat and all that, I said, yeah, let me go ahead and pick up Miles Morales or something. A little easier right now. I'll come back to that one later. Because I'm playing Returnal, Sekiro, and Bloodborne all at the same time. And it's like, okay, I
You don't
can't.
need that stress in your life.
Yeah. So I was like, I'm going to put Bloodborne on the back burner. I'm gonna just do Returnal right now. Returnal's not, and it's not even hard. It's just tedious, right? But I'm gonna do that. I'm enjoying myself on Miles, and then I'll pick them up later. So I'm like, I ain't punking out from the Souls games. I'm just like, look, not right now, not right now. So shout
I
out to
burned going
everybody
in.
that stuck through it. You know what I mean? And did the Elden Ring thing, and if you beat Bloodborne, kudos, cause that ain't for the
Yeah,
faint of heart.
those guys are different. Yeah, they're a
They just
different
different.
breed.
And I got Dark Souls 3 on PS4 at a Goodwill. So I picked up this game. It was in a red box case, and it came with some other game that's highly forgettable. I don't know, but it has Souls 3 in there. I think I got it for like $4. So I'm like, so I got that to just play around with, just to familiarize myself. But shout out to y'all, man. Y'all some troopers, man. So anything else, guys?
Nope.
No.
All right. Well, shout out to Young Man. He dropped off. This is your boy Dope coming to you live from Austin. This is you got Tink in the building and you got Angry B Guy. We don't even know what show this was. We just kind of came on just to give, we're on all platforms right now, so we're just basically putting something out there. Let you peek behind the curtains a little bit. We're in talks of probably moving the show to another day, so we're still deliberating on that. So, thank you, Nerd Floor community. If anybody's watching, and I was a producer of the show, but I made the fatal mistake of not looking at the chat. So I'm pretty sure TJ, Royalty, somebody didn't probably comment in, and we was just going off the cuff, and we didn't even look at the chat. So that's on me. But if you did watch, we really appreciate you tuning in. We'll keep you posted if it's a show next week, but we're definitely gonna try. This is Nerd Flow, guys, and we are out.
Peace.